Hello friends of Clash of Clans, this is your host AJ Gaming back again with another video. And again, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell, not only for my channel AJ Gaming but also the Playmakers YouTube channel. Let's get both of these channels flying up with lots of new subscribers so we can continue bringing out great content for you. Now let's get into today's video, which is the Elite War League 7th round matchup between Playmakers and Torrados FC. And here's the results of today's Elite War League Legendary Division matchup between Playmakers and Torrados, with Playmakers getting the victory 37 stars to 35. Clear victory there by Playmakers, especially with that total destruction percentage. Now let's go check out some triples from the Playmakers. First up, we have Kartek with a hybrid attack here with bowlers and witches and also 10 balloons. Let's see how this goes, starting off with the Grand Warden Walk. So not a Queen Walk, this is the Grand Warden Walk, and has a baby dragon to help get that pathing done, so this Grand Warden can go towards down the bottom. And as because the Grand Warden is a support hero, what you're going to see is next, when Kartik goes to his phase 2 troops, bringing in his bowlers and witches, the healers will switch, as once a troop has full health, especially a hero, they generally do swap over to another troop which is taking damage. And the Grand Warden Walk is a little bit of a slow start, so you do need to use at least 1 or 2 rages just to speed things up. But because this Grand Warden level 40 is pretty tanky and deals pretty good damage, it is a good start here. Hope to get this multi-inferno out of the way and then maybe walk down, but he's taking a little bit too long here, so I think he might start his phase 2 very soon with the king down the bottom. There it is, king and a wizard for a cleanup. There is a pecker, so this is what's going to happen. Get those peckers and bowlers go straight in towards where that town hall is. The king's going to stay on the outside, so that's creating the pathing for the rest of the troops to stay inside the core. There is that multi-inferno already gone. Here comes the rest of the troops. The Grand Warden is meeting up with the rest of them, and as you can see, the healers start to do their switch. Clan Castle's been activated. It is a baby hound, one of the most commonly found troops inside Clan Castles at Town Hall 12. There's a Grand Warden ability right on top of that Town Hall, perfect timing. And here is the start of the troops right in the middle there with the couple rage spells. There is a multi-inferno hammering on them, but they're going towards the left, so that multi-inferno isn't really going to be used much. And because there's no air defenses, in comes the Stone Slammer from about 2 o'clock, which is going to help take up some of that multi-inferno and some of those damages buildings up the top there. Queen unfortunately is going to go down very soon. She did get to get ability in, but because the healers decided to go to the peckers, she didn't get to get health back up. But as you can see here, it is looking very good, 70%. There are some more loons inside that Stone Slammer. Baby dragons are still up, and this is almost over. Here comes the rest of the balloons where the Tesla trap is. A really neat attack here and very different. So you can still use a Grand Warden Walk. For anyone that hasn't used it before, watch his video, watch it again, keep watching and try it out yourself. It is actually a really good attack. And as I said, because it's a support troop, if you happen to deploy your troops near it, those healers will switch over to it. Great attack there by Kartek. Now let's get into the next triple, and this is by Sammy here, and he is coming in with a Pecker Bobat, some more of a traditional with the Peckers bowlers, using a witch as well, and those bat spells, which is going to be deployed just a bit later, so he can help clean up some of those defenses towards the end. And coming straight in here, now most people like to have some of those heavy storages before the town hall, and why this is because it tries to slow down the attack. It is giving up the town hall pretty easy, but it is trying to stop and slow down the attack by having those heavy storages. But a good start here by Sammy. Everything's going pretty well as he wanted. He's got some peckers on the outside, which is going to keep the troops in the middle of the core, which is what you want to do. You want it to keep powering through. There's the bat spells as that wizard tower was distracted from that witch. Now unfortunately, Sammy's going to use up his last free spell here, and the bats were a little bit too slow. They ain't going to take out this air defense on the right, but unfortunately that wizard tower was still up, and wizard towers absolutely love destroying bat spells. That is one of their weaknesses. So if you do have like an ice golem or something like that, or that witch, which you would have hoped to have walked around a little bit quicker, would have distracted that wizard tower. But as you can see, powering through this base, hasn't used his queen ability yet. Going to use it very soon as the healers have switched over to those Peckers and the king. One multi-inferno left, rest pretty much is on the outside. There goes that final cannon. No, the cannon just stays up. The queen is still working, still got its ability to use, and Sammy's going to use literally nearly every bit of health there. Pops it up at the perfect time. As you can see, 90%, we're getting towards the end of this attack. Very, very nice attack. So again, if people want to use a Pecker Bobat attack, this is a great strategy to use. It all comes down to spell timing placement, as the bat spells do take up 5 of the 11 spaces. But a great looking attack here, plenty of time. So a good attack here, and the Grand Warner will finish off this last cannon as it only had a couple hit points left. But a great attack by Sammy, great find, great scout there by the guys from Playmakers. Now let's get into the last triple of the day. We have Zahra coming in with the Queen Charge Hog Riders. These are one of my favorite attacks to watch. I'm not that great at them at the moment. A couple of my claymates are having some great success with it, and definitely Zahra is here. Now let's check it out, starting with the Queen Walk at that 12 o'clock, dropping 2 loons, some of those coca loons just to make sure there's no mines or anything that pop out. The king started at about that 11 o'clock, so I can create that pathing for that queen to go straight towards the clan castle, which has been activated, and a bit of I don't know if it was a bad base building here, but the queen is able to reach in very soon. She's going to be able to take that town hall without even having to break the walls open. So a great scout and find there by the guys, especially Zahra. A good looking attack so far. 25% done. A king is still charging across. There is that pathing done. So when it comes to phase 2, those troops can do nothing but go straight in towards the core, and is going to perform a bit of that U shape, which is going to start in from about that 10 o'clock and then map all the way around towards where the town hall was. And there's a town hall going down right there. See, the queen was able to reach it over those walls. Maybe those walls should have been pushed out a little bit so the queen could not reach it, but luckily for us, we've picked that up. Here comes a last rage here for the queen. One more left in hand, going straight towards that eagle. So again, these compartments are pretty easy to get some of these really heavy defenses out of the way, some of those key defenses. So again, great scout, and that queen is nice and healthy, getting rid of that enemy queen. Stone Slammer was dropped in from about that 8 o'clock spot to support the Hog Riders. There is a heal, keeping those hogs nice and healthy. One of the healers did split from the queen and is coming to help out the pack, which at the moment probably doesn't really matter too much. The queen is just about to go down, being stuck on that wall in the middle there, but she's done a job. She's done that. She's got that town hall out of the way. Here comes the hogs charging through the base. Cleanup has begun. Great looking attack here. Only a couple more key defenses left. Grand Warden still hasn't hit that ability because the enemy king is chasing those hogs, but dropping that goblin there actually distracted the king, so that was able to get the Grand Warden to use the ability there, and that king is going to go down. It's distracted by all their little wizards and goblins. The hogs have done the rest of their part. They've cleaned out the defenses. Now it's time to take out the rest of the buildings. It's all clean up from here. 10 seconds left. A great looking triple, and again a great scout, especially getting that queen to get that town all out of the way without even having to jump in through the walls. Great triple there by Zahra. So again, this is the final score, 37 stars to 35. Playmakers get the victory over Torrados FC in round 7 of the Elite War League. That puts Playmakers 6-1 for the season. Next week is the last round before the playoffs begin. Let's hopefully we get the victory, can continue this momentum snowballing, and absolutely smash the finals. That would do for today, guys. I hope everyone has a great day, and as always, happy clashing.